Lonzo Ball was a blue blood point guard from Chino Hills who became the number 2 pick of the 2017 draft. Expectations were sky high, but by 2022 he had suffered 3 knee surgeries, costing him 2 full seasons and nearly 3 years away from the court. These weren't minor tweaks but drastic fixes. Doctors even performed a cadaver cartilage transplant on his knee, a Hail Mary to save his career. Miraculously, Lonzo returned to play for the Chicago Bulls' 2024-25 opener, but managed only 6 games before another injury struck. 6 games might sound small, but it was 6 more than it was looking like he might ever play. This underscored how close this comeback came to not happening. Why did Lonzo's career stall so dramatically? Part of the answer may lie in the family's own hype machine. In interviews, Lonzo has hinted that the Big Baller brand shoes, the signature sneakers his father LaVar forced him to wear, might have been to blame. Lonzo admitted he wonders whether the Big Baller brand shoes his father created were actually the culprit behind his knee trouble. In fact, he described the first prototype pair as like kickball shoes, and noted with startling honesty, "I wasn't really getting hurt like that until I started wearing them." This quote went viral. If true, it's a bitter twist. The same family brand that blasted Lonzo into the national spotlight may have inadvertently knocked him off course. Whether or not the shoes truly caused his injuries, Lonzo isn't ruling it out. Behind Lonzo's story is LaVar Ball's unrelenting media circus. LaVar constructed one of the all-time hype machines around his 3 sons, pushing Big Baller brand, pop-up shops, even a Facebook reality show. Lonzo's own admission about the shoes showed cracks in that facade. For fans, Lonzo's saga became a cautionary tale, a star in waiting felled by fate, or perhaps by the choices of his inner circle. Today, he's grateful to be playing again, but everyone still wonders, what might have been if Lonzo had stayed healthy as the Lakers' up-and-comer? LiAngelo Ball was expected to be the 3rd star, playing alongside Lonzo and LaMelo. Instead, his career took a very different path. In 2017, on a trip to China, LiAngelo, then a UCLA freshman, was caught shoplifting. The incident exploded in the media, even drawing in President Trump for a moment. The result? LiAngelo never played a game in college. His father pulled him out of UCLA on December 4, 2017, saying LiAngelo had already been punished enough. Within a week, LiAngelo and LaMelo signed with a small pro club in Lithuania, ending their college careers before they began. It was a shocking pivot from the NCAA spotlight to an obscure overseas league. After Lithuania, LiAngelo bounced around. He briefly played in his dad's ill-fated Junior Basketball Association, then pursued the NBA door. He landed an Exhibit 10 contract with Detroit in 2020, but was waived before the season. Finally, he spent 2 seasons, 2021 to 2023, with the Greensboro Swarm in the G League. Despite all the early hype, LiAngelo never actually got a real NBA chance. By 2023, he was out of basketball spotlight, overshadowed by his brother's headlines. Then came an unforeseen twist. LiAngelo launched a rap career. In 2025, he released a single called Tweaker that unexpectedly blew up on social media. He even performed it during an NFL playoff game locker room celebration. Fox Sports reported that just days after signing a Def Jam record deal, rumored up to $13 million, the 26-year-old LiAngelo took the stage at a Detroit Lions game. Suddenly, LiAngelo Ball is trending again, not as a basketball prospect, but as a rising rapper. Where basketball scouts once followed him, now music industry people are taking notes. In an ironic turn, LiAngelo's fame-fueled journey continues. He's still in the spotlight, just not on an NBA court. The arc of LiAngelo's story is a surprise. His father's media machine gave him a profile, even his own signature shoe and reality show role, but public expectation kept his eyes on an NBA future. When that future didn't materialize, LiAngelo found another stage. It's a reminder, the family's relentless hype didn't guarantee NBA success for him, but it helped him land in a new role in entertainment. LaMelo Ball was the wonder kind. He skipped college entirely, playing in Australia's NBL before the 2020 draft. Scouts were skeptical, but LaMelo dazzled. The Charlotte Hornets picked him 3rd overall, a notch below his father's #1 dream, and he immediately proved himself. 2021 Rookie of the Year and an All-Star in 2022. For a moment, it seemed One Ball brother had met the hype in full. But reality bit back. LaMelo has been plagued by injuries almost as badly as Lonzo. Over 3 NBA seasons, he missed at least 25 games each year due to ankle issues. In March 2025, Charlotte shut him down for season-ending surgery on his right ankle and a minor wrist fix. When he's on the floor, the flashes are still there. He averaged 25.2 points and 7.4 assists in 2024 to 2025 franchise verse. But with LaMelo sidelined so often, the Hornets have struggled. In fact, even at his best, Charlotte didn't crack the playoffs. In effect, LaMelo's story is a mix of promise and patience. He earned a huge 5-year, $260 million max extension from Charlotte, recognition that he's the franchise centerpiece if healthy. Yet he's still just 23 and already nursing multiple injuries. Fans continually ask, what if? What if he stays healthy? Public expectation has contrasted sharply with reality. The kid who was to remake the Hornets instead often sits on the sidelines. His passes remain dazzling, but the franchise's record remains poor. For LaMelo, the family hype helped open doors and contracts, but it didn't alter the human limits of the game. His journey reminds everyone that even superstars need some breaks of luck and health to match the hype. All of these stories unfolded under one roof of media manipulation. LaVar Ball turned his family into a 24-hour news cycle. Every game, interview, and shoe drop was scrutinized. The Big Baller brand logo was everywhere. Lonzo's Adidas switch-up became front-page news. The boys appeared on a reality series and sold hoop merch as if they were celebrities from birth. At first, this non-stop publicity fed the narrative that the Ball brothers would conquer basketball, but fame's flip side emerged in their struggles. Every knee brace, every overseas contract, every shoplifting headline became content. Viewers expecting a smooth rise got a roller coaster instead. That's the untold angle. Relentless fame can magnify every twist and turn. LiAngelo's mistakes went global. Lonzo's pain went viral. Even LaMelo's fashionable sunglasses and skate park runs turned into headlines. In the end, the Ball brothers show how hype can be a double-edged sword. It created impossible expectations, and when real life failed to match the hype, the public turned on them. Lonzo's candid shoe comments undercut the family image. LiAngelo's pivot shocked fans, and LaMelo's injuries humbled many. Each brother's story had more plot twists than anyone predicted. What really happened? The Ball saga turned out to be as much about personal choices and plain misfortune as it was about basketball. Their personal decisions, whether wearing Dad's $495 shoes, turning pro in Lithuania, or banking on athleticism over defense, led to unforeseen consequences. The media spark lit by LaVar gave them spotlight, but it couldn't rewrite the outcomes. Fans expected 3 NBA superstars. Reality delivered 1 All-Star, 1 career cut short by injuries, and 1 former hoop star turned hip-hop breakout. In that contrast between expectation and outcome lies the true Ball family story. Surprising, sometimes sad, but undeniably unforgettable.